Welcome to episode, I think it's 9 of Tech Over Tea. I am, as always, your host, Brody Robertson, and it seems like OBS is dying right now, so hopefully it's not
Yay.
actually a problem. Welcome to the show, Corey.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
I'm glad that I finally got someone else on the podcast. Because
After, 2-3 weeks? No, last week was Connor.
yeah, last week was Connor, but
The last two before that was just you by yourself.
yeah, well, I
Yeah.
do enjoy the solo episodes, but the problem is you haven't seen the one that's going to go up. It was supposed to go up about half an hour ago.
Okay.
But Library's thumbnail server is dying right now, so it hasn't gone up yet.
Okay.
But that episode was a complete mess. It was, yeah. I don't know what was going on in that episode. For some reason, it just didn't work, and I was just stumbling over everything I was trying to say and just constantly changing topics. But hopefully it's better this week, especially because we actually have a time limit for once.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We'll be right.
What is it you have to go do after this? Is it an honors project meeting?
Just go to a mate's place, actually. Chill for the day.
I thought you had something important to do.
No, not really.
Oh, fucking hell. At 1:30 I've got a meeting with the CSIRO, so I've got to go to that one. But
Oh, sweet. Nice.
so we're all going to be dealing with the fun of Zoom. Actually, no, we're not using Zoom. No, because they've got their own video conferencing thing, which is
Yeah, my place uses WebEx. I don't know if you know them.
I think that's what we're using as
basically-
well.
Yeah. It's pretty much the same thing.
I haven't got a chance to use it because I didn't realize you needed like an app to use it or the WebEx web extension.
It's like a plugin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Only works in Chrome as well, by the way. So don't use like Firefox, otherwise this won't work.
I'm using Brave right now.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, no one told me that. They just sent me the link. I was like, oh, join this. Like, okay, well, maybe you should have, I don't know, told me the fact that I would need something to actually join.
Yeah. Pretty stupid, to be honest.
So I ended up missing that meeting, but I checked it out before they sent me the link early, and it says I can actually join it, which is good, because Reese had the exact same problem.
Okay.
But it should be better this week. I don't know.
Yeah, hopefully.
I don't know.
Yeah, once it gets working once, then it should be right.
I tried to fix up your audio in OBS, and there's nothing I can do about it. I'm probably going to chuck this through a compressor again and mess up the audio. At least I know how to fix it this time.
Yeah.
Last week I was kind of just like winging it, trying to understand like how to get it actually working with Connor's stuff. But basically what I did is I chucked it into Audacity, and then I could that you can put it through a compressor, and basically it'll raise up the noise floor. So if Connor was basically being treated as part of the noise floor, and it basically just raised him up. The problem is it made me clip as well a bit, so it wasn't the best audio.
Okay.
Hopefully it's not as bad for this week, but
Yeah.
if you just try to keep the
We'll
mic
see.
near you, it should be fine.
Would be good. I'll try and make it look natural.
Yeah, you could just like stick it to your face or something. I thought you were going to try something there. Yeah. So how you been, man? I haven't spoken to you in a while.
It's been going good. Isolation's fun as always.
Oh yeah. Can you just bring your webcam down just a little bit, even though they can't really see it through the pixels?
Oi, don't diss my like 240p.
What is your down or your upload speed there?
Actually don't know. I haven't tested it.
I'm gonna say it's probably not very high if this is what I'm
Because I'm
experiencing.
on my phone hotspot, because
Oh.
this room where I'm in is like on the opposite end of my router, so it doesn't really talk nicely.
Yeah, makes sense.
So I think it might be worse on my wireless, but it's
Mm,
doing the job, I guess.
It-
I don't know.
the audio is fine. It's just the video is garbage. So go check out the audio podcast on Spotify, on Apple Podcasts, all that stuff. Connor's
Shameless
actually
plug.
Yeah, well, it's my podcast. I can plug whatever I want.
Exactly.
Connor was actually really happy when he saw that his art was on Spotify. I was like, mate, it takes like 5 minutes to get it on Spotify. It's not actually difficult.
That's so cool. Like, I'm gonna have
He's just gonna check right now in the middle of the podcast. That's fine.
a
This is. I don't make any money from this anyway. They don't. They don't now deserve
look.
quality content. Oh,
Yeah.
I guess I'll entertain people. I wasn't actually planning to do this. No, it's all good. Yeah, I think it's on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, pretty much everywhere you can find podcasts. So, yeah, pretty
That's
much.
cool. I actually don't use Spotify or whatever, so I haven't had to do it before. But it's cool that you've got something on there, which is actually really sick.
Yeah, I did all that through. There's a service that Spotify has called Anchor, which is basically they'll set up an RSS feed for you, and they'll actually do the application process for you joining Spotify, for joining Apple Podcasts and Actually, Google Podcasts you don't need to join. You just give them an RSS feed, and they'll just put it up there.
Yeah.
But Apple Podcasts, you actually need to have a what is the word? Not verified. You need to have a iTunes account that's actually made a purchase.
Oh,
And to do that, you also need to have a Apple device.
okay.
So yeah, you can't put any podcasts on Apple Podcasts without doing that, and I don't know why.
I mean, I guess it's fair enough,
But
kind of, but not really.
no, not really, because it's just a podcast. It's not like I'm
Yeah.
trying to put a. Oh, the thing is, through the I'm pretty sure through the official Apple podcasting app, you can just give them an RSS feed, but you can't give them an RSS feed from the creator's side.
Yeah. That's stupid. Typical Apple, to be honest.
I think I completely cut you off before. What were we talking about? Something about
Isolation, I
isolation.
think.
Yes.
Yeah. Trying to study, probably losing a bit too much motivation on it just because you don't have to do anything, like lectures or go anywhere. So typical days has been like waking up at midday, having lunch, and then studying for like 5, 6 hours. I don't know if that's healthy or not, but overall.
Welcome to my life. This is what I've been doing the past couple of years.
So I was doing the data web mining assignment yesterday. That's good fun.
Oh yeah, how's that one going?
Don't get you started on that.
Yeah, no, that one's
Yeah.
that's a fun assignment.
Um,
Has the back and forth on the forum been helping out with that?
yes, actually. I'm glad that you and a few others have actually questioned him on his, I guess, whole course structure and like just how he does things.
Yeah, I'm honestly thinking of just.
Awful.
Sorry, I'm honestly just thinking of rewriting the assignment spec and just posting it on the forum. Like, here,
Please.
I'll accept payment in Bitcoin.
But yeah, I've nearly done the first question. That's not too bad.
First question was k-means clustering.
That was
No.
association rule.
Yeah, right. No, yeah, it was a priori, wasn't it? Yeah, and then second one would have been decision tree. Third was k-means.
Yes.
So you understand everything as you would expect to.
Yeah, teaching it most to myself because his
Yep.
resources is useless. But
My suggestion is to find the there's a channel run by like Waikato University, and all of the Waker stuff he's just stolen from them, but
I
just
think
does
I
it
saw
worse.
that yesterday. I think like another student posted that in one of the discussion forum. I think.
Yeah, it makes it way easier if you go over that stuff. Also, a lot of his other stuff he stole from some other lecturers, so you can find that online as well.
So nothing's original.
No.
Oh god.
But if you I don't know if you're watching the lectures, but they're not worth it. In week 6, he finally realized that he has to stand near the microphone when he's recording.
Oh really?
Because he's been doing what he does during the because all the lectures he gave were just lecture recordings, so he didn't actually redo any lectures because all of the lecturers this year are really lazy and not actually doing any work. But basically what he did was he uploaded those lectures where he would walk halfway across the room without a mic.
Yeah.
I think...
I tried watching week 4's lecture.
Oh.
And it just like come really close and almost like scream in your ears, and then he'd walk away and you wouldn't be able to hear any.
Decision tree!
It's like in a constant battle of turning up and down your volume.
Yeah, no. And when it gets to a point, you just can't understand a word he's saying. And not just because of his accent, just because he's like 5 meters away from a mic that's built into his MacBook. And they're not designed to be recording like that.
Yeah. Ow. I guess at least the content's interesting enough, I guess.
Yeah, if you can understand what he's saying, it's definitely interesting.
But yeah, the way it's delivered is not the best, to say the least.
Yeah, that's one way to put it.
Reminds me of what was it? Database for the Enterprise, a little bit.
At least that one, I feel like the course structure would pretty much made sense. I wasn't actually questioning what the spec was.
That's true. Yeah.
Like, you couldn't understand a word the lecturer was saying, but
yeah,
at least no one was like, okay, so what does this spec even mean?
I don't even remember anything from that course, to be honest.
XML, that's all.
XML, okay.
Lots of XML. Have you had much dealings with XML?
No.
No, never.
Not really.
Also, I think last time I talked to you, we were talking when I ran into you and Jai at the Maccas. You were saying you were doing last time I saw you outside of uni, I guess.
Yeah.
You were talking about how you had a dev job at the time, didn't you?
Yes.
How's that going? Still going? Working from home?
Yes, it is still going. I guess, because like one part of it is I work for a winery, and because of like the whole coronavirus thing, their business isn't doing so well. So they're losing like a lot of money. There's like a rough chance I might lose my job because of it. They're talking about the possibility of like paying me not in money but with like wine bottles and stuff, which is a bit it's kind of useless for someone who doesn't drink wine.
Kind of sketch, I would say.
Yeah. So that's that. But I do have like another job that is still paying me better rate and consistent work. Other than the winery, so yeah, it's going good.
Do you still live at home or do you move out?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm planning on moving out. I think.
if you have a job.
Yeah. Because Jai, his girlfriend Jasmine, and Jai's sister, and myself, we're thinking of moving out into like a house together. So Jai's hasn't talked to the bank yet about it, but oh, hello, dog. He needs to talk to the bank about it, but we've been looking at really cool houses. So yeah, hopefully his budget might be a bit too high.
It is Jai.
600,000 maybe.
Woo!
Yeah.
Jai, what are you doing?
He's trying to find his dream house now, sort of thing, which might be a bit unrealistic, but
it's not the worst time, to be honest, considering the housing market is going to collapse.
Arguably almost the best time, but like I don't know if his savings or income stream can suffice it enough for the bank to say go for it.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. Because I was talking to my sister the other day, and she was like, "Oh, it's now a great time to buy a house." Like, mate, I barely make $1,000 a month. I'm not buying a house.
Yeah. But if it does go through, it'd be really cool. It'd be really fun. I hope.
Yeah, that would be cool. And then you realize you actually hate Jai when you start living with him. That's typically how it goes.
Yeah. Hopefully not.
Hopefully not.
But yeah. I mean, I hope we have like enough space so we do have a bit of time away from each other,
I
I
hope you
guess.
have enough space if you're spending 600 grand on a house.
Yeah. He's thinking at least like 4 bedrooms, two
Yeah.
stories. Yeah.
Right, this is Jai, I forgot.
Yeah. Um, he's already bought a doormat. He got that yesterday.
Okay, sure,
Um,
yep.
yeah. So that's good. Yeah. Jai has the big flex.
Jai will be paying most of the bills.
Yeah.
Uh, I still need to get him on
Yeah.
the podcast. I haven't spoken to him again about it.
Yeah, I saw him yesterday because we ordered some clothes and I picked my shirt. Um, I said to him that I was on the podcast, or tomorrow being today. Because I remember you told me he cancelled.
Yeah, he was busy with work, and then I just didn't get back to him
Yeah.
about it.
So hopefully, be interesting to see if you can get him on.
Well,
Because he's
sorry.
really cool. No, you go. It's all good.
I've got another guy coming on. Should be next week. I'm not sure at this stage.
Yeah.
He's waiting for a new mic to come up. Because
Okay.
he would be recording off his laptop mic. He doesn't particularly want to do that because he actually does make content online, so he can kind of he's already got a camera,
Yeah.
so
Mhm.
yeah, but yeah, I'll bring Tamar on next week. Then I've got some Linux guys I talk to from time to time that I could probably bring on.
Oh, cool.
But yeah, I do need to get back to Jai about bringing him on as well because that would be
Yeah,
fun.
that'd be really fun. Because he's been helping Deej a lot with Snapchat lenses and stuff.
Have you been getting into any of that or not?
Uh, I really want to, but I just don't really have the time, to be honest.
Fair call,
Um,
yeah.
yeah. I don't know how he does it. He just works constantly every day. Because he works at StudyLink in the city.
Mm-hmm.
He works for Snapchat. Oh, I guess with/for Snapchat.
Mm.
Um, so just when he's not working for his main job, he's just smashing out lenses at home.
Well,
And then,
I'll see him just like playing Overwatch or something on Discord. I'm like,
oh yeah,
when do
he
you
was
have
doing
time
that
to do
last
this?
night. Yeah,
I feel like he doesn't sleep properly.
no, I don't think he does either. It's like last night we got off at like 2 a.m.
Mm.
because I was playing Overwatch with him. I don't know if he's awake now. Probably might be. But I don't know. Because yesterday he worked from the city,
Mm-hmm.
like his city job. Has to get up for like a meeting at like 9:30. So um if he's going to bed at like 3 a.m., getting up say at 9 for a 9:30 meeting, it's not really.
No, no,
Yeah.
that's that Elon Musk mindset where you're just, I'm the CEO of 3 companies. I'm going to never stop working.
Yeah.
Wait, is it 3 or wait? What does he have? He has SpaceX, Tesla,
Tesla.
uh,
Uh
the solar one.
yeah. I'm not sure. But still
I
busy.
feel like it's 3. There might be another one there as well. Oh, and then
Yeah.
he would just do things like whenever there's a natural disaster, he's like, I'm gonna start boring a hole in the ground, or oh, he's the what company's doing the underground rail or
Hmm.
the rail system? Doesn't matter. Elon Musk does
No
too much
idea.
work, and he's got the same sort of mindset.
Yeah.
Like
Like definitely worth it in the
mm,
end, but I don't know if I'd be willing to be working like 20 hours a day every day. Mm.
well, for me, I do. I've mentioned this on the podcast before, but I do what? So we've got 7 videos a week on the main channel. Then we've
Mm.
got the podcast once a week. That takes about an hour to 2 or so, an hour to 3, sorry, to record. Then I do podcast clips. So I do about, what, 13 or so videos a week. And that's already enough
Damn.
work for me. Plus, I'm doing uni and working right now as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm like, well, I know I have time to do other stuff, but I'm like, I don't want to. I just want to relax for a bit.
Yeah, exactly. Mm. So
But I
I'm
guess
glad
if you're
that
making as much as Jai does from the Snapchat stuff, then you're probably going to
legit.
change your mind.
Yeah, he say he's working on a lens for like a big company. He can easily get like 10, 20K, like for the entire team. Which is
Jesus.
still like a lot of money.
Oh yeah.
Um, so that's technically like a side thing for him, but it's also like a main thing in the same.
If
Um,
if I got paid 20 grand, that's more than my yearly salary. So
yeah,
I'll just
legit.
give up there.
Um, so yeah, it's not bad.
No,
Plus, he's
definitely not.
making his own personal lenses that he doesn't get paid for.
Mm.
Um,
Well, yeah, that's to build up like his credibility, so he can get
portfolio.
those big
Yeah,
projects.
exactly. Yeah. So he's worked for like for huge like companies like I guess Sportsbet in Australia, McDonald's.
Yeah, I know about the
Um,
McDonald's one. That was ridiculous.
it's still pretty sick though.
Oh no, I would absolutely take that McDonald's money.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Like,
Um,
hit me up,
yeah.
Raid. I'll take your money.
Yeah. um, but yeah, it's sick. Really cool. We're planning on going to America at the end of the year.
Good luck with
For
that.
the Lens Fest, but I don't think that's going to happen. Really.
No, not with what
Yeah.
their numbers are doing.
No way.
Like we've pretty
Unfortunately.
much slowed down at this point, but uh, America, I think, is still going for gold.
I think they are gold. I think they overtook Italy
They
a
did
few
overtake
days
Italy
ago.
a while back, but I don't know
Yeah.
how much they're at now. Last time I checked, there was like 300,000 or something ridiculous.
Yeah. Mm. Yeah, at least Adelaide, I think yesterday they had like two new cases, but the days before they had just zero.
Yeah,
Like, on a
I
very
think
steady decline.
I think that's also helping with the panic buying as well, which
Mm.
is good and also bad because it's bad because I don't get hours at work.
Yeah, yeah.
I've got
Um,
3 hours this week, which is great. So if I wasn't doing this as
oh,
well, I wouldn't be
really?
paying my bills.
Yeah, jeez. Because, yeah, fortunate that we can work from home. Like,
Hmm.
but people like you or, like, I guess even tradies or whatever, they have to go on site for work, and
Yeah.
it's not sustainable, really. Like, 3 hours a week is, yeah.
Well, it's 3 hours for this week, but we don't really know what's happening as time goes on.
Yeah.
Because last night's load was 500 cartons, which
Oh, really?
is 10 hours of work basically. So
Damn.
basically, you just need the manager there and one other person.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Um, Actually, no. Yesterday was Tuesday, so they don't count the stock that goes on the ends as part of load. So they would have had the manager, one other person, and then two people doing the ends. But
Okay.
I don't know if you've walked into a Coles or a Woolies recently, but basically their ends now are just like pallets of just whatever because they just
Oh, really?
don't really have much else to put out there. Plus, they're not
Damn.
really doing specials right now.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, I hope this all blows over kind of quickly, at least for us in Adelaide.
Yeah, Adelaide probably will, but I
Hopefully.
don't know how long it's going to take for stuff to get back to normal. That's the thing.
Yeah. Because I've read a thing, and once it does pass over, people aren't going to be ready to go back outside again like immediately. Like some
Mm.
people might not be used to sunlight or like I don't know, just driving in the city for parking or
Just
something.
exercise. Don't sit inside all day. You can still
Yeah.
go walking. Just
Legit.
cross the
That's what I
street when
try
you
to
come near someone.
do. um, but yeah, I've been outside fairly regularly because our ICT project kind of needs it.
Yeah,
They aren't really, or they're trying to set up remotely, like remote access.
that's better.
And yeah, having a bit of complications with that. But
Wait, you guys don't
just
already have remote access?
no. So the weeks up until about now have just been preparation works,
Hmm.
like choosing a framework, choosing a language to work with slash in. Um, and then like the past week or two, they've been um, configuring our access to the building.
Right.
Then this Friday we're like starting our first day at work.
Oh. Oh. Discord just crashed. uh... Why? Okay, I'm running Discord Canary right now, and it decided that it wanted to just install an update in the middle of it, just in the middle of a recording happening. I don't know why. Oh, and now my webcam is a mess. Okay, I'll fix that. I don't know. Okay, is my webcam gonna fix itself? No. Okay, I will stop the recording and cut this back.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, Discord, I was just saying to Corey off camera that Discord decided to update literally in the middle of a recording. Don't know why. And then OBS decided to die as well, so we're back now.
Is your webcam on?
Oh,
Discord?
no, I don't have it on. Here we go. There you go. Now you should be able to see me.
Lovely.
Oh, there we go.
Lovely.
Okay, cool.
Back to normal.
Back to the show. That'll make quality content. Anyway, you were saying?
Was an ICT project. So this Friday, we're having like our first actual day of work. From like 9 till 5, working on the thing we need to do. So yeah, good to get that started. 6 weeks of prep and stuff has been a bit lengthy because I had to write like an entire document for the language proposal and stuff.
Oh, you had to do some stuff like that.
Yeah.
Ours has been like a complete mess. Ours is like very much a research project. So they, and the thing is, they're basically doing all of the stuff, all the hard stuff for us. We're just doing the implementation. So we're basically just interns, really. Like, it's not even really a proper ICT project. We just have to document the stuff in like the stuff that we have to do for assessment, and that's pretty much all we're doing on the documentation side.
Damn. Is it easy?
I haven't actually done any dev work yet. That's the thing, because I haven't had a computer to do it.
Okay.
I've been doing the systems design document the past couple of weeks.
Right. Yeah.
Which means I had to retroactively document a code base with zero documentation.
Oh, jeez.
So we have this massive Unity project with tens of thousands of lines and tons of classes without any like comments, and I have to go back and document it.
Bruh.
I'm not documenting their code base. I'm just going to document it in the systems design document.
For sure. Yeah.
But this is the good part about having a really high GPA. They give you a project that they pretend is difficult, but not really. Ours is barely even one semester of work. It can kind of be.
Oh, sorry. You go.
It can kind of be just as much work as we want it to be. So they'll give us some features to implement, and we implement however many features we need to implement, really.
Well, ours is just like a web application, pretty much. It's like the foundation, and just building on top of that. Even they said it's not really that, because we're there for the full year, but no way that foundation framework's gonna take a semester even. So you're gonna like fill up the remaining time with just like little projects to build on top of it for them.
Yeah.
So
second semester mainly focuses on doing a research paper, though. So what you're probably going to be doing is some sort of case study or something with the tool you built.
Yeah. That should be alright, though. I hope, at least.
Yeah, well, depending on how you're going to have to conduct it, that's the problem. If we're allowed to actually do proper case studies, or if we have to do some sort of remote case study.
Yeah. It's like, I wonder what's going to happen with our exams as well. So
I
they
don't
can't.
know. That's the question.
Surely they can't. They can't monitor everyone at home. I
There's
wouldn't. Not easily.
there's two ways they could do it. One, they just accept that everybody's gonna cheat. Two, they get you to install some spyware on your computer to force you to,
Yeah.
yeah, but you can still cheat and just have your notes off to the side.
Yeah.
Because data web mining is closed book, but everyone's gonna cheat.
Legit.
100%.
Because last year when like Jai and Monique were in America, Jai and Monique had to do the cloud programming exam while they're over there.
Hmm.
I think what James got them to do was just record like the room they were in. Um, so that would allow for no one to like walk in, them to walk out, that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And then just send off the recording to him afterwards.
That was a bit of a special case though, because that was a small group.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't really
But
scale that up to like 100
no
people.
way. Yeah. So it's hopefully you just don't get an exam. Just like get a non-graded pass or something. I don't know.
And that would be nice because I really don't want to do data web mining exam
Yeah.
because that's gonna.
I think he said it's easy, but nonetheless, I'd
It's a
just rather
closed
not
book
do
exam
it.
though, so I don't. He's gonna do something stupid with it. He'll
Yeah.
expect you to remember
I mean,
formulas and stuff.
yeah.
I've never understood the purpose of a closed book exam.
Test your memory, I guess.
Yeah, that's the only thing really.
Because in industry or whatever, you're always going to have the resources there to help you if you
Mm,
don't know a formula or whatever.
yeah, pretty
Um,
much.
so this is like the only case where that's not the case. Makes sense?
Mm,
Yeah. Which is more or less pointless, really.
yeah.
But
We'll
I
see
don't
what
know.
it ends up being. Hopefully, he gives us a practice exam, but I can't.
Hopefully. Yeah.
I can't see him doing it.
Probably just base the exam on the pracs and just expect us to do all the pracs and stuff again.
Yeah, I
But,
haven't done a. Oh, you mean tutorials?
sorry, it was pracs, yeah.
Yeah, I haven't done a single one as tutorials.
I did the first week's one, but then quit.
My usual. Well, what I'm probably going to do is after the assignments, uh, after the assignment's submitted, then I'll go back and do a couple.
Yeah,
But right
because
now, it's like I want to focus on getting this other stuff done. Then I'll deal with you later.
yeah, pretty much. Because like after the assignment's due, have like 3 or 4 weeks, I believe, afterward where we just don't do anything. I'm still learning content, but nothing examinable or assignment wise.
It might be examinable, but it won't be
Might
an
be.
exam. Yeah.
I don't think. I think we're learning R in like the last few weeks, but I don't know if that will be examinable.
God, I hope not. That would be stupid.
I don't
So
know.
I'll do some
Yeah,
R programming in. Oh, this I thought this was an R course. That's the reason I decided to
it
pick it up.
should be.
It should be, not
To be honest.
Waker.
Yeah.
In one of the recent lectures, he talked about some of the achievements that came out of like Australia and the Australia region, and he listed
Right.
Waker as one of the achievements. It's like, mate, Waker, you can't even do a 5 number summary. It's actually a piece of garbage.
Legit. Oh.
Like, it's not a good data web mining tool. It's actually useless.
Hmm.
And
Are there any? Do you know of any other ones that we could have done that might be better?
um, just doing stuff
I'm not
manually in
sure,
R probably would
but
have been easier.
much easier because
Or
like a
use.
lot of the tutorials online and stuff are either in R or Python, but it just
Oh, you could have used like the IPython notebook then.
yeah, exactly. Just streamline the entire process really.
Hmm.
Okay. I don't know.
One thing I did want to ask you about was that video you were in on Connor's channel.
Oh, don't ask that.
That was such a good
um,
video.
um, so it was our goal. He wanted me to do another video. I don't know if it might have been like a cooking one or something, but something fell through with that. So he wanted just to make I guess like a lore video that that ties in now with a video that you may have seen, like the detective one, recent one.
I can't recall. I might have seen it.
That's basically him investigating the man being me in back the previous video that you're referencing. Um, so pretty much, I found like an old DJ Hero turntable at home. He has like a keyboard, like a launch pad, and obviously his Mac. And we just made up the entire storyline on this. Like someone walks in, asks for beats, and just like storms in, pulls like instrument from nowhere apparently, and just does like stupid shit. um,
How many
and just
takes did
walks
that
out
actually take?
mysteriously. Not as many as you think. It
I
only took like maybe an hour or two to do.
Wow, I would have fucking lost
That
it the
might.
entire time.
I don't know. Yeah, it's pretty funny. Um, but yes,
Oh,
I'm actually kind of happy how it turned out because I'm. Oh,
you're cutting out a bit.
oh, I'll hold a bit.
No, I mean like your
I'm
connection seems to
happy
be
how.
cutting out, or
Oh, is it? Okay.
or maybe it's
Oh,
mine.
yikes. No, I think it's mine. Is that better?
Your webcam's completely frozen. You're just like looking off to the ceiling right now.
No. Um, that should be. My connection says it's all good. Is that better?
Maybe turn your webcam off and start it again.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Now I get to see my glowing face.
um, hello.
Okay, cool. You're back now.
Lovely. What was I saying? Yeah, I'm happy how it turned out because I'm not typically like an on-camera person.
Hmm.
Um, but I just kind of got rid of that sort of, I don't know, fear, anxiety, whatever.
Yep.
And just had fun, really. And yeah, got a from everyone I've talked to, they just like love the video. Found it like really funny.
I feel like it was one of Connor's best videos.
Oh, I appreciate that. But yeah, I actually have no idea what he's going to do with that content, like lore or backstory wise.
Hmm.
But yeah, his videos in general are just really interesting. Not only because of the video itself, because it's entertaining as heck, but have you done the puzzles related to them?
What?
There's puzzles
I have
in
no idea what you're talking about.
so in every thumbnail, or at least most thumbnails, there's like a binary code
Wait,
in,
what is there?
and then you translate the binary, and it gives you like a sentence or like a statement or something, and typically that might be the answer, or you have to translate it further down until you get like a clue. Yeah.
I did not know about this.
In the description as well, he usually gives like a hex number or even some more binary. You have to sometimes you have to like link the thumbnail and the description stuff together to make something. But yeah, it's gone hard recently. Like Kenley and I have been working together. We couldn't quite figure it out.
I didn't know this was even a thing. I need to ask him about this next time I bring him on.
If you have a look at his videos, you'll see like it's not obvious, but it's there like just a string of numbers. And yeah, have fun.
This channel is even more artsy than I thought it was.
It's so good.
Honestly, he deserves way more subscribers than he has.
He really does, yeah. Not only because of the quality, but also like just the variety.
Hmm.
He does like the rap videos. He does cooking, like the sloth ones as well. And just other random ones. Such as my Music Man one that might tie in, but as of now, it's kind of like a standalone as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, it definitely like he's one of the channels where if he uploads, I'll be like the one to watch it almost immediately. But yeah, it's good. It's good.
I don't know if you saw it. I forgot to put it up on YouTube. I'll do that after this is over.
Yeah.
Um, but it was in the episode with Connor. The super app.
Super app.
Oh, you haven't seen the super app yet?
I don't think so.
Okay, I'll put it on YouTube as soon as this is over, and you can watch the super app
Oh God.
because it is amazing. I can't believe I forgot to put that up. I think I've just been forgetting. I've been ever since I had to build the new computer, which is off down here actually.
That's right. Yeah, I saw that on your Instagram.
Yeah, ever since I built that, I've kind of been behind on stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
But there is something about this computer. I had. It's supposed to have a 3900X in it. It has a 3600X in it
Oh God.
because I killed the 3900X.
How'd you kill it?
I got thermal paste on the pins.
Oh,
I put
Brody.
too much on the thing. I tried to get it off, and then I got some on the pins, and that obviously killed it. So I'm just gonna wait till the 4000 series comes out and then replace it,
Yeah.
which is
Yeah, good idea.
supposed to be September.
Mm,
What I've heard, it's supposed to be
Hopefully.
September, but I'm not sure. And it's also
Yeah.
supposed to work with existing X570 motherboards or X590, whatever it
Oh,
is,
sweet. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
which is
Did
nice.
you, didn't you also buy 2 motherboards?
Yes, I did also buy 2 motherboards. Yeah, I bought a Z whatever the Intel one, Z390 or whatever it is.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's an Intel board, and then I was meant to buy the X570, which is the AMD board,
Right.
and I'm a moron, basically. If you haven't noticed, I'm not actually smart, I just work hard. I'm actually a moron. Yeah. So it's all working now. So we had the best of the worst case scenario. The worst case scenario was that I also fried the motherboard, and the reason that would be really bad is because X570 motherboards are sold out everywhere because
Really?
everyone's buying up computer parts right now.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense.
So the reason you're still seeing me as a ghost is because I tried to get a new webcam, and you can't buy webcams right now.
Really. At all.
Or you can, but you
Oh, that's like because
you'd get them off of eBay.
Yeah, increased Zoom, WebEx,
Yeah.
etc. Yeah.
So what people are doing, this webcam I'm using on the actual recording is a Logitech C920,
Yeah.
and they are about $120, $150 Australian. They're selling
Okay.
for $300 on eBay.
Really.
Yeah, so I should have screw buying crypto. I should have bought up some webcams before all of this
Oh,
went down.
actual. Oh, you make mad bank.
Absolutely, because everyone's now using Zoom. So what happened was a lot of companies started buying them for their employees. Then it started going out of stock because of that, and then other people were like, oh, they're going out of stock, buy more up, and now people are selling them.
Mm.
But no one's
Yeah.
talking about it. This is everyone's price gouging on webcams, and there isn't a single word about it.
Yeah.
Because the thing that's catching more people's attention is the fact that people are price gouging on food and on toilet paper and stuff.
Exactly. Hand sanitizer.
Oh, by the way, that stuff actually is coming back.
Yeah.
My store's got some toilet paper. It's got some hand sanitizer as well.
Yeah, that's good. So I think by now, at least the rush has kind of died down. People
Yeah.
are kind of used to it now. So hopefully there isn't still like that sort of mentality that just grab everything you can, and leave other people in the dark, sort of thing.
Yeah, well, even when I was buying up a lot of stuff, I wasn't emptying the shelf.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Yeah.
when I've got 10 kilos of rice in my cupboard right now, which if I was an Asian, that wouldn't even be that much. There's a girl at work who, just on a normal day, I asked her how much rice she has, and she's like, oh, I have 65 kilos. I'm sorry, how much do you have?
Really? No way.
Because if you eat rice, or if you have a family of 4 people, and you all eat rice with every meal, you're going to go through it pretty quickly.
Yeah.
But still, it lasts a couple of months.
That's a lot of rice.
Yeah, well, anyway, I was saying, I bought up that 10 kilos over there, and I went to like a little IGA and they had 2 bags there. This was when there was a
Awesome.
2-bag limit. So I was like,
Yeah.
you know what, I'll just buy one because I know like a lot
Mhm.
of like old people go to that store. So like
Yeah.
someone else can buy the other one. And then I found another bag at another store anyway. I was like, okay, well that works.
Yeah.
That's the sensible way to do it. Don't just empty the shelves everywhere you go.
Legit.
Like those people
Because
early on who were like buying 20 rolls of toilet paper, then going to the next store buying another 20. It's like, what are you
like,
doing?
what are you doing? Yeah. Like my mum was lucky enough to find like there was small bottles of hand sanitizer in, like a petrol station,
Hmm.
like midway through the rush. So we've been using that. Um, I think I think we had enough toilet paper before it all happened. Um, so we're lucky in that sense, but like not everyone was in the same boat. Oh, lovely.
It's a liter
Um,
bottle of hand sanitizer.
yo, sell that shit.
That's not the
um,
worst idea.
but yeah, um, I'm glad it's all kind of settling right now.
Hmm.
It's still pretty shit, obviously, because we can't have any freedom almost. Um, but it's definitely getting better, as you've
Yes,
seen with like
slowly,
the
yeah.
new case numbers and stuff. Yeah,
And judging by just being an essential worker, it is people are slowing down.
yeah, exactly.
They're starting to. I think the reason the case numbers are going down is because a lot of people are now staying inside more often. They're not going to the shops every single day,
Yeah, yeah,
and that definitely helps a lot.
definitely. Um, but yeah, Zoom meetings are fun. I
I,
like beforehand. I had no experience with like any web meetings, like no Skype, no Zoom, and then almost like every second or third day now, I'm having a meeting with my boss or um pretty much just for work, really.
I think you'll
I
fit
see
in
two for
perfectly on
that.
this podcast. That was my level of segue.
Yeah,
Just like fuck it, no segue,
I
just
got you.
whatever. It's fine. That was
um,
even on my list of stuff I was going to talk about anyway.
yeah.
Anyway, yeah,
Um,
Zoom is garbage. Go on.
uh, yeah. Mm,
I thought that Zoom, before all of this, I thought Zoom was just some random piece of software that only our uni used. I didn't know it was
legit.
like
Like
a
I hadn't
actually
even heard of
this
it before, to be honest.
no one had.
And then it just booms.
Mm.
Um, so I guess they're like one of the only companies that have made money out of this situation.
Netflix is doing really well. I know that.
That's that. All the I guess homey stuff, housey stuff.
Yeah.
Uh,
Actually, Apple TV isn't. They're the only one that's not.
really?
Yeah,
Okay.
so they've what they've had to do because Netflix is also doing really well.
Yeah.
They're giving away like 10 free shows for every single person who has like a Apple device,
Oh, shit.
and I
Okay.
think they also give you like a free month or something.
So that's enticing all the Apple users just to go over to Netflix rather than, I guess, their native
No, that's
streaming
that's
service.
for Apple TV.
Oh, I see. I see.
Yeah,
Okay.
Netflix is just doing business as usual.
Yeah. 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 Um, how's Stan going? I'm assuming they would be doing okay as
I don't know. Presumably they'd be
well.
doing okay.
Yeah. But I heard that Virgin Airlines has gone under, or at least
Wait, what?
about to be.
I
Yeah,
didn't
they're
hear
kind of gone.
this.
Um, yeah, I don't know many details about it, but Ryan he told me about it. They're pretty much screwed.
Fuck.
Um, and then even my work, for an example, where I would still selling wine, obviously, but like we still have like a restaurant, um, like bed and breakfast sort of services that just aren't getting any traffic, obviously.
Yeah,
That's just a lot of revenue gone, unfortunately. But yeah,
I've been
um,
saying this to a lot of people, but the virus isn't going to be the worst thing about the virus. It's going to be the knock-on effects after all of this happens.
exactly. Yeah,
I know there's already a couple of movie theaters in the US that have already gone under, or are
yeah,
very close to going under. And if Virgin goes, that's a massive hit.
that's huge. Yeah. So I wonder how Hoyt is still alive. Cause I doubt that'd be open at all.
No, all movie theaters are gone right now.
Yeah, exactly.
So I don't know. Maybe
That's ridiculous.
Hoyt also does have their like expensive lounge, so they probably have more money from
Oh,
that and stuff.
Lux, I think.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah,
How much are Lux tickets normally?
too much. Like $30 or $40, I
Jesus.
think. Yeah. Um.
But yeah, we'll see what happens after all of this because we're only just now starting to see what's gonna happen.
Yeah. Yeah. With everyone going under, or people obviously. I wonder how those services will be replaced. Like if a new business was born that will kind of um see like kind of integrate with what we have now, but then provide the same things what under businesses have done, or like, do you know what I mean?
I'm not sure what you
Um,
mean.
like with the businesses going under and stuff, I wonder if there'll be like a kind of semi boom with new businesses trying to replace the ones that went under.
Right.
Yeah,
I
I don't know.
think it'll. Well, we have to get back to the point where people are willing to spend money again.
Yeah,
And the
yeah,
problem with that is if no one has a job, then no one's willing to spend money as anywhere near as much.
yeah, for sure. Because I heard like Australia Post is just way too backlogged at the moment because everyone's ordering stuff from online.
I've
My
been
mum's
pretty good with them, but they have been a bit slower than I would expect.
yeah, because I ordered some stickers from my friends because she's an artist. She lives, I'd say like at least 20 minutes from me, like sort of Tea Tree Gully sort of area,
Yeah.
I think. Um, that was 3 weeks ago, and I still haven't got them.
You just got them in
Um,
person.
yeah, yeah, she's thinking that she might just because I was the first ones to order them, so she like drew up like a special exclusive one for me.
Oh, yeah?
Um, so we're thinking that she might draw like a new one up, and then meet in person or something.
Yeah.
Like you say, because that'll just alleviate just the waiting time and stuff.
Mm.
Like yesterday, my mum got her phone bill from uh, whichever company she has, and the due date was yesterday as well.
Fuck.
Yes. um, so yeah, like even the government sort of not government services, but phone companies and like all that sort of stuff are also getting backlogged.
Mm.
People can't pay their bills like as they usually would as well, which is a bit weird.
I want to see what happens during tax season because we've already seen the MyGov website go down. So it's going to get
Yeah.
real bad during tax season when everyone's trying to do it online. Because
Mm-hmm.
normally you'd have some people who just go to a tax agent or something like that. But having everyone doing it online is going to be interesting.
Yeah.
It's going to be another census DDoS,
Oh,
also known as we
jeez.
didn't buy enough
Not
server
that again.
space. The same thing happened to Centrelink as well. They're like, "Oh, we got DDoS." Like, no, you didn't. You just didn't buy enough server racks.
Legit. Oh god.
I guess technically, people using your service is a DDoS. Just got a message from my boss.
Okay. You're surprised.
Oh,
What?
no, it was just you're not working anymore this week, basically. So
Ooh.
what I already knew.
Yeah.
I'm very happy to have a second source of income right now. I wish it was a bit
Yeah.
further along, but I can always push some more stuff on library. That'd be the easiest way to increase that.
Definitely. Yeah. At least you've got that backup plan as well.
Yeah,
'Cause if you just worked for Coles, and you didn't have the content creation on the side, then it wouldn't be in a fun situation to say the least. Like not earning any money for like at least a month now, almost. Like, or like 3 weeks, 3 hours a week.
well, I'm not sure what
Every
my
week.
my hours are going to be. Last week I had 9. This week I have 3. So
It's a bit variable.
Yeah, usually I'm sitting on like 12 to 15, so it is lower than
Yeah.
normal, but yeah. But I also have a subscriber who has way too much fucking money. I
Does he
got
donate?
yeah, dude, I got a PayPal donation for 300 euros the other day. I
Really?
was like,
What?
I'm sorry, what? Are you sure you didn't put another zero
Bruh.
on this? And he was like, because I have, he was bothered by the fact that I have this on my desk.
Oh god.
And he was like, you should buy some real whiskey. And he wanted me to buy like an 18-year-old bottle of Highland Park or something,
hmm
which is about $300.
Oh my. You're not gonna use the money for that, are you?
No, I'm gonna put it in my bank account because I don't have enough
Yes, good
fucking
man.
money right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe in a couple months I'll buy my expensive whiskey, but not right now when I don't know how much money I'm making.
Yeah, legit. Yeah.
Well,
That was
I know how much I'm getting from content creation. Um, that's sitting at about at this stage 360 a month or so.
that's pretty good actually.
Yeah, well,
Like
YouTube
that's
is
sort of a side job.
kind of is, yeah. YouTube's kind of the not even the biggest part of that. That's only like 120 or so a month.
Yeah.
Most of it's from library, which I wasn't planning to sell, but if I have to, then I have to.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Because I was just gonna hold it until prices go up. Because I want
hmm
my crypto Lambo.
Yeah, I was talking to my friend the other day just about streaming in general
Mm,
or content creation. Like some of the huge streamers, they get like donations of up to like 20, 30,000 USD.
mm.
Like it's ridiculous. I don't know how people have that much money to spare for a
Yeah.
donation to a streamer they don't personally know, I assume.
Unless you're like Mr. Beast and you're doing it for content, I don't get it.
Yeah, because at least the streamer I watch, his name's Shroud. I'm sure people know about him. But
Yeah, the name rings a bell.
yeah, just a really good like first person shooter based streamer, like ex CS player,
Yeah.
whatnot. But yeah, he moved to Mix actually. Almost unfortunately, his Mix is nowhere near as good. Um,
Oh, oh, it died again. What is going on? Why is Discord dying so much right now? What is going on with Discord today?
what happened,
This time it just crashed for no reason.
bruh?
I need to stop using this laptop. Next
Oh,
week's
dear.
episode will be on the new desktop. I'm still in the process of setting it up, so I didn't have my recording setup working just yet.
Yo, I remember your first podcast with Connor. That was named Technical Difficulties.
Yeah, no, this one's
Um,
real technical fucking difficulties. Oh. Anyway, you're saying Mixer is shit.
yes. But yeah, nonetheless, like not only him, but the donations that they get are just ridiculous. It's like if you have a good stream, you get I don't know $10,000, $20,000 from a donation. Then you have all the subscriptions with that, which is $5 each, at least for base subscription. And then at least on Twitch you got bits as well. That's like a lot of money flooding into your channel.
Well,
So yeah,
if you just look at how much some of the higher end creators make, like H3H3 for example has like a fucking $10 million mansion.
yeah,
Like that's insane.
yeah, it's ridiculous.
I might start streaming at some point. I'll do like I don't know. I might do like Q&A streams or something, but right now I think I have the ability to turn on super chats. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'll maybe when I'm not busy with uni stuff as well, because I'd want to actually do a proper length stream. I don't want to do like a half hour or hour stream. I kind of want to do like a
yeah,
couple of hours.
exactly. Yeah,
And right now, because the honors project is actually about to start getting really busy, then can't really
yeah,
justify doing that.
yeah. You could even do like a Arch Linux installation on stream. That'd be
Fuck
cool.
off! I'm not doing an Arch Linux fucking installation video.
Why not?
Actually, I might have to do it because the developers of Arch decided to fucking break the installation process. So,
So,
what basically what you'd used to do is pretty much the only part of Arch Linux that actually is really installing Arch is running Packstrap. So,
right.
the earlier stuff is setting up like your time zone, your language, your partitions, things like that. That's all
Yeah.
pretty much the same stuff on whatever distro you do. The
Uh-huh.
only thing you do to actually really install Arch is run Packstrap and then where you want to install all of your programs to, and then what you want to install.
hmm
The way you used to do that was just run packstrap /mnt and then install base. Because what base did is what base had a basic editor. It still has an editor, just not a good one. It had the Linux kernel. It had your firmware. It had fucking man pages. Now it doesn't. Now base, literally what base does is it installs some like basic GNU utils, and you don't actually get a Linux kernel with it. So you have to go and install the Linux kernel separately, and also the Linux firmware separately, and also man pages separately.
Is there a reason
No.
why they did that?
Well, the reason that people are theorizing in my Discord is they did it to basically break all of the existing Arch installation videos, so that people would have to use the wiki.
Oh, really?
That's the only reason I can think of.
But then people are just gonna make it with a new process and just upload them again.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of doing an Arch video, but we'll see.
Yeah.
I also might do one with UEFI because fucking UEFI is a pain. Also, I forgot to put my webcam on. There you go.
Oh yes.
Yeah, UEFI is an absolute pain.
Yeah.
If you ever want to install Arch Linux, do it through legacy BIOS mode.
Okay.
Because when you do UEFI, you have to do a bunch of extra work with Grub to make sure it can even recognize your Linux partition.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just a pain in the ass. Also, Wi-Fi is hell. I hate Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi is actually the bane of my existence.
Just shit to set up or like configure.
Yeah, it doesn't work. It straight up doesn't work if you. I don't know how to get it to work through the command line. Basically, what I do is I will set up Network Manager, then I'll install a GUI, install a little applet that like is in my status bar, and then just let that deal with it because I don't know how to do it through terminal. It doesn't work.
That's stupid.
But once it works fine. It's just getting it to the point that it works. That's the only problem.
Exactly. Yeah. But I've been wanting to install Linux. I don't know if it's like a specific distribution, but Linux in general for a while. But I just haven't done it yet.
In the end, it really doesn't matter what you installed.
Yeah.
Like some people. Sorry.
It'd just be like more of like a fun thing. I don't know if I use it just for like a work thing or whatever, but just to like explore, and get experience with that sort of configuration process.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, really, it doesn't like. Some people will say, "Oh, it's really important you install this or this or this." Like, no, it doesn't really matter in the end. If all you want to do is experiment with Linux, sure, there are better distros with default configurations, but you could turn like I know a dude who he installed Ubuntu and then decided to replace the Ubuntu kernel and also the Ubuntu package manager with the stuff from Arch. So he basically turned Ubuntu into Arch just for the lols. And it works perfectly fine. It's Arch Linux now, but yeah, he started with Ubuntu for no reason.
Pretty cool.
It is cool that you can do stuff like that, for sure.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of like customizability almost. Like, a lot of freedom. Yeah.
Maybe sometimes too much freedom.
Okay.
Because if you... I guess... The problem is... This is the problem I had when I was first thinking of switching. I didn't know what distro to pick, because I wasn't sure... like, what the differences were or anything like that. I didn't realize it just didn't really matter. And then when you get from that point and you have a distro, you're like, okay, well, do I want a window manager or a desktop environment? Which one do I want?
A lot of decisions.
it's so easy to switch between them. It doesn't really matter. Like if you install KDE, for example, it takes like 5 minutes to switch over to something like GNOME or XFCE.
Okay. Yeah. That's good in that sense then.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, definitely something I might do. I would say in the holidays, but holidays about to end. Probably end of year once we're all done. Just as like a little project or whatever.
What are your plans after uni?
I applied for a graduate thing at Lockheed Martin. Because I went to the Careers Expo. I talked to them and it sounded like really, really cool. I had an interview with them 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
They said they'd call me the week after, but they still haven't called me. So I don't know.
You're not
what's
getting
happening.
a call.
But my friend, he referred me. So that's why I kind of got straight into the interview process, like almost straight away.
Yeah.
He's saying it could be a good thing because they're still interviewing people, but it also this might be a bad thing that they just ignored me almost.
Yeah.
But yeah, nonetheless, I got like good experience out of like a video interview, like sort of questions I'd ask or whatever.
Yeah.
So not all hope is lost, but it'd just be kind of unfortunate if that'd just be kind of rude to be honest, just to ignore someone in the application.
Yeah, that's there are some companies that will do that. I don't know whether they're a company that does it frequently, but
Yeah.
I know that when I was applying for a lot of my first jobs, they wouldn't respond back for a couple of months. It's like, come on, guys, what are you doing?
Sheesh. Yeah.
But yeah.
But like, other than the interview process, there was like a online quiz you had to do.
Mm-hmm.
It started off fairly easy, I guess, but then it bumped up really hard in difficulty. At the end of that, I got like above average, which is actually quite surprising. So the interview process isn't the only deciding factor on whether they pick me.
Right.
So I don't know what's happening. I think on their booklet they said they'd let you know in May.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll have to see, I guess. Just waiting on the call.
Yeah.
Yeah. If that doesn't go through, I might just apply for other graduate positions. At least get a year minimum under my belt before I either move into like the full-time position in the company or just use that experience in my resume. It's like a actual career in somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, see how we go.
Honestly, at this point for me, I don't even know what I'm doing. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Like I'm enjoying content creation so much. I don't really want to even like I want to finish off this degree, but I don't want to even go and do development work at this point as like
Yeah.
a development. Well, I love programming, but I don't want to really do it for someone else.
Yeah.
So
I mean, you could just do it for yourself and then for your content because you've already got a good subscriber base from
well,
someone who started in the like short term or like in the I guess big picture actually fairly recently. You're getting a lot of subscribers at least in the past month or two, definitely.
yeah, I went up 1,000 last month,
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
but I was gonna say that I've got a mate who does a lot of startup stuff, so
Yeah,
he'll just make a random startup application, like, okay, is this gonna make me some money? Nope, next one.
yeah, yeah.
So I might go and do something like that. That does sound like fun.
That'd be cool. Yeah,
But yeah, because honestly, I don't. Once you have that I guess a taste of working by yourself, you're like, I don't want to work for someone. That sounds
yeah,
horrible.
yeah,
Like I can do. It's fine working at a supermarket because that's not like as long as you're doing your job, you're just putting boxes on shelves. Not really any way someone can tell you to do it better or
yeah,
anything like
exactly.
that.
Yeah,
But if it's some sort of creative work, then I don't know if that would even if I'd be able to even still enjoy that. Obviously, if there was a company that I really believed in their project, that would be different. But
Sure.
but the thing with uni at this point is I'm 3 years in, or almost 3.5 now, and I just want to get this done.
Legit. Yeah, because I'm looking at like Jai and Connor, for example, and they're just chilling at home doing either working like Jai. I'm not sure if Connor has something in line, but I think he's been doing side projects for people, which is really cool.
Mm.
Even you, for example, make channel art and all that.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what he's doing besides his artwork.
Yeah. But
Because last
yeah,
last I spoke to him,
even
he said he didn't have a job. So
yeah. But even Monique, like she's finishing halfway through the year. Just because the way she structured her own program, sort of thing.
mhm.
So she's still finishing earlier than us, for example.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I probably, looking back on it, I probably would have done this software development stream
Mhm.
just because of one less year. Don't have to do as much ICT stuff. I don't know if they had to do AI either.
I think
I'm not.
they
Do
did.
they?
Maybe
Um,
I don't recall.
I don't remember Jai saying he had. No, he did. He did. He did. Because he did the HCA star algorithm. At least like half of it in a couple hours, which is
Fuck.
annoying because the rest of us struggling with it.
I couldn't even work that one out. Wait, no,
No.
no, windowed I couldn't work out.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's
Yeah,
it.
HCA star was fine. It was the windowed one, whatever that was
Yeah,
called, windowed
that's
A
stupid.
star or something, which I
Yeah,
could never work out.
yeah.
Which I'm
The one that
convinced he made
Tyler
up.
got 100% on somehow. I don't know how he did that, but
That assignment was a complete mess as well.
yeah. But I don't think he had to do systems architecture as an example. I
Yeah,
don't know.
maybe that.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, cut off an entire year. Definitely a benefit,
Hmm.
I think. Yeah.
Well, how are you even feeling about uni at this point? Do you feel like it was worth it, or do you think maybe you should have done like a code boot camp or something like that?
Um,
Because a lot of the stuff we learned is already out of date,
exactly. Plus,
and it was out of date
again,
when we
using
learnt it.
yeah, again using data web mining as an example, we're teaching ourselves for 90% of it
Hmm.
because his lecture slides are bland, his resources are not useful, to say the least. So you got like the YouTube channel that you mentioned, and then other websites that just condense all of that into a package that actually makes sense, um, and you learn from it a lot faster.
Hmm.
Um, Plus, you just learn, like you learn obviously all the concepts from programming for whichever language. That's only half of it until you actually start almost like screwing up and debugging. That's where I can really learn, which
Yeah, for sure.
you don't inherently do through a uni course. That's just through experience. Um,
Yeah.
so
I feel like
um,
doing a more of a proper ICT project like you're doing probably does have a lot of benefit.
yeah,
Because
I'd hope
mine's
so.
more like, as I said before, mine's more of an internship, really.
Yeah,
But like, here's some tasks, do the tasks.
yeah, because I think Kenley and Matrix one. Um, I think their final deliverable is a research paper.
Oh, jeez.
So that's a bit. It sucks for them because, or even with research methods, that's just why is that an IT degree in general? Because
Because they want, um, well, yeah, it shouldn't be here. It should be in the master's course. Software engineering should, it should be about building up a good software engineer, but no, it's about building up someone who's good to go into research.
yeah,
That's why you do things like Python and things like that. That's why
yeah,
you still use waterfall, because all this stuff is still being used behind the scenes in research.
yeah,
That's something I've talked about with Reese a lot. The fact that the project is structured as a waterfall project. Like the way they want you to do the assessment pieces, it's all structured as a waterfall project. It doesn't work during Agile, even though they talk about how important Agile actually is. And it's especially the case with, because we're doing a very heavy research assignment. During that first meeting when we had to explain what the project was, we couldn't, like, they asked us, like, oh, have you got the data yet? And like, no, because we just don't know what the data is at this point. Or what's your timeline like? We have literally no idea because, like, we don't have a timeline yet.
Yeah.
Like, it's still in the research phase. Like, you can't map my course onto a waterfall structure.
Yeah. So even with Kenley's again, his supervisor's on leave. I think it's Bruce.
Oh, yeah, Bruce is back now.
Yeah. And I think they don't... I don't think they've actually, like, really done much of it, just because the client and supervisor have just been busy or away.
Do you know who the client is?
No. I don't... Oh.
Is it Andrew?
I'm not sure.
Because I know Bruce is my my client, and Andrew is my supervisor, and I think they were talking about how they weren't sure who was going to do what on what project. I think that might be the case with that one then.
Yeah. They're just kind of in the dark at the moment, unfortunately.
Yeah, we should be a bit better very soon, because Andrew is supposed to get the list this week. I don't trust him, though.
Yeah.
Actually, I probably shouldn't say that, because I know Andrew actually watches one of my channels. Andrew, I love you. Don't hate me. I don't know if he watches the podcast. Actually, he knows about the channel. I don't know if he watches it.
Yeah.
Because I mentioned like my lighting and stuff, and I was like, oh, it's for my YouTube channel, and he wanted some advice for lighting, because this is actually crazy, okay? He's a lecturer who wants to know how to record good video. I know,
what?
Crazy.
Actually insane.
Yeah, because he was going to go to China to do some lectures, but obviously not happening. That's definitely not happening.
Yeah.
So he was like, oh, can you send me some links to what you use for lighting? It's like, I can do that. That's cool.
That's sweet, yeah. I don't remember the last lecturer who actually had good recording.
Adam?
Might dream back to... Oh, yeah.
Adam at least knows how to... Well, he actually uses his lapel mic. Some of them don't. The uni gives them all lapel mics, and some of them just don't use them.
Yeah,
like,
I don't know.
Our favourite friend, John... Actually, I think he started using them in this year's lectures, but last year's he didn't. And that's the one he uploaded.
Have you told the story on the podcast about the infamous microphone incident?
Oh, I think straight after it happened, I did talk about how he went to the bathroom with the mic on still.
Yeah.
Okay, so for anyone who didn't hear that story, because...
Oh, it's so cursed.
Basically what happened was the data web mining lecturer John Jiong, whatever his last, I don't know what his last name is. We're going to call him John because that he accepts it. A lot of the... Okay, one thing you need to remember about UniSA is that all of the lecturers have given themselves, like if they're Chinese, they've given themselves white names because no one can say their name otherwise. So anyway, yes, we're going to call him John. He accepts the name John. What he decided to do was during like the lecture break, he decided to go to the bathroom, and through his big brain intelligence, he didn't take his mic off. That's fine. Most of the lecturers don't take their mic off. But he also forgot to mute it. And then we're all sitting there minding our own business, and we start hearing, we hear a door open. It's like, okay, that was weird. And then we hear a stream.
A blow dryer?
No, first we heard the stream. And
yeah.
like, wait.
Yeah, it was a blow dryer.
Wait, has he just left the mic on when he's gone to take a piss? And everyone lost it. And like, okay, maybe not. And then we hear the blow dryer. I'm like, okay, that settles it. He left the mic on when he went to go take a piss, and then no one said a word about it. We just let it happen and just moved on.
Oh.
Sadly, though, he did have the recording muted. Otherwise, or the recording paused. Otherwise, that clip would be online.
Hilarious. Yeah.
I would absolutely put that online along with, you know, the SoundCloud account that had all of the Jerry clips.
No.
Oh, ask Jai about it. There's a SoundCloud account out there that has a bunch of clips of Jerry where he's saying like a square is not a circle and things like that.
Jesus. I look forward to listening to that.
I don't know if it's still up. I hope it is, but it is amazing.
Yeah, even some of the clips that you've got from John, classic.
I don't know what he's saying half the time. He really hates fat people as well.
Really?
Have you not noticed how every time he brings up an example of how statistics can be ruined, he'll mention fat people and talk about like if a fat person comes onto the bus and you try to take the average weight of the bus, like the fat person is the outlier.
Oh.
It's like I get the example, but every time, like I get why he does the example, but every single time it's fat people. He doesn't use any other examples.
That's so stupid.
I love it. It's awesome.
Hmm.
Also, he loves this example of people who buy beer and diapers.
No shit. I've been seeing that online as well. So I think he's stolen it from.
Yeah, he did.
But, yeah. Half the courses don't even have their own original content anymore.
I think that's the biggest problem I've noticed with my degree, at least, that 99% of the content is just content we could find online for free.
Yeah.
It's the case, like, there's not really many courses that it wasn't like that, really. Obviously, some of the lecturers structured it well. Like, you take Adam's courses early on. Actually, even the later ones, he kind of structured them. He took the content, and then he structured it in a lecture sort of format. But then you have people like John, who literally just copied his lecture slides from someone else.
Yeah.
Or
even Wolfgang just
even Wolfgang stuff,
the
yeah.
Textbook
slide
concept descriptions, just puts them in the slides.
I think one of the whose course was it that they literally just used someone else's slides and like these are the slides from someone else? It might have been one of the comp sci courses.
Oh, it might have been actually. I remember that happening though. Yeah.
Yeah. Was it the second comp sci course?
I think it might have been. Yeah. Comp sci for software engineers.
What even happened in that course? I don't even remember.
We did. What are these? Like the circles. What are they called? Remember like the circle diagrams. Automata. That's right. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Automata, that's it.
That's
right, and we also went over things like Chomsky normal form and things like that.
Oh yeah, dude.
I said I would do a video on Chomsky normal form and then I forgot about it.
I remember just cramming like 3 days before the exam, not knowing much, and then knowing pretty much everything.
I've kind of felt like that with data web mining, really. I didn't understand half the stuff early on, but now that I've gone back, I'm like, oh wait, that's what he was trying to say.
Yeah, because like for indecision trees, for example, it doesn't exactly tell you what entropy and information gain are.
Yeah.
Conceptually, he just says this is how you calculate it. Right?
Yeah.
But then I found it might have been, I think it was just a website or whatever. It actually explains why they're important and what the values actually mean, which is almost more important than the actual calculation itself.
Yeah, yeah.
And he just completely skips over it.
Speaking of things he skips over, you know how he said, you now know everything to do the assignment?
Yeah, that's a load of shit.
That's absolute bullshit. I'll send you a link afterwards, but he never explained what conviction is, so you have to explain what lift, leverage, and conviction is, but doesn't explain it.
In the lecture slides, he gave the thing for lift.
Yeah.
but he referenced a paper to learn more about it, and then in that paper it said, "We don't explain lift here. Go find it yourself." Essentially, so that didn't help at all.
He also he mentioned leverage, but then didn't explain why leverage was useful. He was
Yeah.
like, "Here's the formula for it. What? Why is this useful?" It's like,
So I was doing
that's your job.
yeah, I was doing the calculation for the things yesterday. I got lift and leverage perfectly.
Hmm.
But conviction's strange because the formula that at least I found online, it doesn't calculate the same conviction as what Wecker gives you. And then in his forum, someone asked the question, and he says normally this formula is used, which gives the impression that there's multiple formulas that can be used.
Possibly.
So, and then because I was working with Kenley and Matry at the time, just trying to research about it, and we found like almost 2 or 3 different conviction formulas that no one knows which one Wecker actually uses.
Right.
So I've just said like I'll include an example calculation with the formula that I found,
Yeah.
and just like lose a mark or two.
I don't think he wanted you to do an example calculation.
Doesn't he?
I think he just wants you to. Maybe he does.
I think he said in a thing, explain lift, etc., and then show a example calculation from the rules that you did in part C or B.
Oh, maybe
whichever one.
I missed one then. Okay.
Yeah, maybe.
Because
Yeah.
I just included the formulas and didn't actually include a example. But I'll go back and do that. It shouldn't be too difficult.
But lift and leverage are fine, but conviction is a bit weird, to say the least.
That's one way to put it.
Yeah. But I was hoping to start the decision trees part probably tomorrow.
Oh, good luck on the feature selection, by the way.
Another thing he doesn't teach, apparently.
No, he. Well, Waker does teach. The Waikato thing does teach it. But what he wants is he wants 10 features selected, but he doesn't tell you how to do 10 features selected. And he's like, oh, well, feature selection is like an attribute you can set. And he's wrong. There's no way you can set it to select 10 attributes. Okay. So what I posted on the forum about it, and he was like, no, that's wrong. It's like, no, you don't know what the software is actually doing. Because there's no attribute to set 10 features. Basically, the way I did it was I used a J48 tree, which is the basic decision tree. I think I set it to best first search, and I think I had it on like 5-fold or something, and that gave me 10 features.
Okay.
But
is that the only way of getting that then?
That's the only way with the J48 tree.
Huh.
I haven't found a way to do it unless he wants you to do feature selection in some other way.
I don't know.
I'll
have a look, I guess, but it's confusing.
Yeah, it's definitely confusing. Have you had a look at the research methods second assignment or second assignment? Yeah.
Not really.
Not yet.
Yeah.
I've briefly looked at it. I've basically like written down a template, and that's about it.
Okay. What does it cover?
Basically, we have to come up with a research methodology for the third assignment.
Okay.
She explains what that is in the week 7 lecture, but she decided to release it early because she saw that me and a couple other people were working on it. So like, okay, well, I'll release it early to be nice.
Yeah.
Helen actually is pretty nice like that.
Yeah, exactly.
I haven't watched most of the lectures, but
yeah. There was one lecture that was actually quite interesting about language.
I did watch that.
As a guest speaker.
Yeah, really when she was basically saying hi to everyone who walked in.
Oh yeah, the most passive aggressive way.
That I wish we had more lecturers like that. Like that's what I would have expected a lecturer was to be like. But most of our lecturers are like really introverted and don't want to even be lecturers really.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you take John for example. He's not a good lecturer. He's really smart. He's a horrendous lecturer.
Exactly. Yeah.
Same with Wolfgang. Adam's a bit different. Adam's actually pretty good at it.
He's
Doug
actually
as well.
entertaining to watch and listen to.
Hmm.
Just because he's like relatable. Not only like does he play games or whatever, because he watches movies and like
He seems like an actual person.
exactly, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good change for sure.
Same as Joe.
I don't remember Joe's lectures.
They were good.
Yeah.
She's still like we sort of caught up with her late last year, just because of, like the courses we had to pick. Just like asking questions and stuff.
All right.
She's, like,
She's taken the course coordinator position or whatever it was.
Yes, I think so. Yeah. But she's still really useful in that sense. It's still really cool to speak to and stuff. But yeah.
What was I gonna say? Right. I don't remember.
Yeah, kind of derailed.
Yeah, pretty much. We can keep on the uni topic. Do you remember how we actually ended up meeting? I think we met through Sam, didn't we?
I think so.
Because
Sam was the one to like. He was the one to go into AGPU and sort of ask everyone he met just to come in and just meet everyone.
Well, I remember going to the club during what was it? O Week, right? Because I met Sam during O Week. He was there with Josh, I believe.
Yeah. I remember, I think the first person I met that wasn't Sam and Josh, because we went to high school together. I think it was Lachlan Pugsley.
That's a name that I haven't heard in a while.
Yeah. So, but yeah. And I think I met, do you remember Hines?
Yes, I do remember Hines.
I remember we met Hines and Kong and Ryan.
Yeah.
And then I met Giant and Networking Fundamentals practical lesson. Because we sat next to each other. And yeah, I think everyone just kind of joined AGPU at just random times and just got to know everyone eventually, and then yeah, here we are. Still close friends after all these years.
I think the only person I recall ever actually meeting in in Network Fundamentals, that fucking course is still on my brain. In Network Fundamentals was Stefan, if you remember him.
Stefan. Oh, I think so.
I think he ended up dropping out.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
But I think he knew Sam or something, or Sam just knew him somehow, and then it ended up sitting next to him pretty much throughout that entire course.
Yeah, Sam's got a good way of just meeting people and engaging with them quite easily, which is really cool.
I need to bring him on the podcast and talk about why the hell he just talks to every single person he meets. Maybe it's his greeter mentality or something.
Probably, partially at least.
I met Jai. No, I know how I met Jai. Jai I met in design thinking.
Yeah.
And it turns out that because we both used to work at Macca's, my current boss at the time was his old boss. And we started talking shit about some of the stupid stuff that he's done. That was fun.
That was good, yeah. The first thing I remember meeting Jai was he had a Surface Pro. He had a D-brand skin on it.
Of course he did.
I just commented on it.
The dude's always had money. Like, he lives in the fucking Salisbury and just has a shitload of money.
Some of the shit he owns is completely pointless, but it's just
Oh, you mean like his GTR?
He doesn't even drive that often. He admits that there's like a, I don't know if you remember, but he has like a bear, not costume, but like a bear jacket.
Right.
It has like a huge like bear head that is like the hood. At least it costs. I think it costs like $200-300 at least. But it's just completely for fun, I guess.
He's a weird character for sure.
Yeah. He's a good meme.
Absolutely.
Also a really like good friend as well. It's good.
Mm.
Um,
And now we've got silence again.
um,
You got anything that's absolutely pressing right now?
Not really.
Nah.
Um,
One thing.
I was telling Kenley about this, but
Mm.
I think it's a good topic. Um, I don't know if you know about it or if you've watched it, but Mr. Robot.
That's still on my. It's on my list right now of topics. I knew you'd fucking bring it up.
Please watch. Kenley and I are the only two people to watch it, and we need more people to talk about it because, like, the writing, the story is fucking perfect. And I think it's just a show that's underrated in general.
Mm.
It's got, I think, like 8.5 on IMDb or whatever.
Yeah.
But that doesn't represent the show in the slightest. So I think being a tech podcast is definitely something that your viewers should watch, low key.
I would definitely
yeah.
check out Mr. Oh, okay. I watched the first 2 episodes of Mr. Robot when it came out, and then I forgot about it.
Did you like it? Do you
Oh,
remember?
yeah, no, it was really good. I just forgot about it.
I don't want to say this without spoiling, but it's sort of Game of Thrones in the sense where it gets better as you go along.
Sure.
You might not think it, but because season 3 is, you think that's like the peak of what it can achieve, but then season 4 somehow tops, which is a credit to the writer and I don't know if I think he's part creator. Sam Esmail is quite genius in that aspect. So yeah, highly recommend. Plot twists you'll never see coming.
Well, already first episode, I already didn't know what the hell was going on.
Yeah. The intro scene is like probably, actually no, the pilot in general is just like one of the best pilots I've seen. Just in the way it tells enough of the story to get you hooked, but then leaves enough to be questioned, obviously, to watch on.
Right, yeah.
But the story throughout all 4 seasons is written in a way that if you watch, like, there's clues throughout each of the seasons that lead up to like the big reveal at the end, but you don't know it until you watch it again, almost. It's like there might be a thing that might be like a bit peculiar, but you don't know what it means until later on.
Right.
Then when everything's revealed, then it just links together perfectly, and it's like super satisfying. So actually, they wrote the show in mind that they're all connected, rather than just like season and then another block season,
right,
etc. So yeah. Probably my favorite TV show of all time.
Yeah.
Which is it beats Breaking Bad, Game of Thrones, excluding the last season. And yeah, highly recommend.
I will get around to it at some point. I haven't even watched any anime in the past couple of months. Oh,
really?
You just like no, it lagged for a bit, and then you just sped up everything that just came through. Yeah, I've just been downloading stuff and sticking on a hard drive. I've been focusing on this really and on getting uni stuff done.
Yeah. Kelly and I watched each episode live with American ads last year. Which in itself is kind of a statement because we don't like watching ads. So the show that we actually actively look forward to on every and yeah. Yeah, I bought the first season on DVD, not knowing about what it was. Like at least I think maybe 4 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then I stole someone's Foxtel account thing and watched season 2.
Mm-hmm.
Like I had a huge break. Um, then I watched seasons 1, 2 again. Then watched season 3 that just came out, and then you watched season 4 live. So yeah, a bit jank in that sense, but yeah.
I will get around to it at some point. I don't know, probably during the actual uni break or something.
Yeah, yeah. Please, I'll probably make a group chat if you do, because
Mm.
I just want to discuss it with people, like their theories or whatnot. But yeah, I can't. Everything I say just can't represent it. How much I love it and how well it is made. So yeah, that's
I
my.
I did talk to you at one point about this, but I'll bring you and Kenley on for a Mr. Robot podcast at some point.
Please, surely.
At some point, I'll remember to watch it, and then we can actually do that.
Yeah, that'd be amazing.
Maybe I'll bring one of you back when I finish the first season or something, and then you just struggle not to say anything.
Oh, the first season. You won't see the plot twist coming. I'm
Mm-hmm.
just gonna say that as a blanket statement.
Okay,
Um,
cool.
but that being said, there are clues again that lead up to it, but you still don't fully see it.
Right, yeah.
If that makes any sense, yeah,
Yeah, that makes sense.
yeah, yeah. It's quite the show. Um, Speaking of anime, actually, I've been kind of getting into it. I
Mm.
read my first manga like a few months ago.
Mm.
Uzumaki. I don't know if you've heard of it.
Oh,
The
that's an interesting choice.
Yeah, because Kung recommended it to me, and I really like horror. He was saying I think his name is like Junji Ito,
Yeah,
the author, widely known as like the best horror manga author,
yeah.
or at least one of them. So he recommended that book to me. That was really good.
Never watch any
Um,
of the anime that's been made of Junji Ito's works because they're all garbage.
yeah, I think there was an Uzumaki one being made. I think.
Mm.
Um, I'm not sure. But Monique's getting. I watched the first season because of her of Tokyo. Um,
Tokyo Ghoul. You cut
yeah,
out for a
yeah,
second.
yeah. Um, so
She-
and then she watched like the last episode ever of that show the other day, and she's saying how good it was.
There we go. I have the Tokyo Ghoul manga here.
Nice.
I actually have
Yeah,
all of the first series.
yeah, I really want to read those actually because like reading manga is just easier.
Yeah,
Um, Obviously not as much text on the page, but also just visualizes everything for you almost.
yeah, yeah.
So you can easily like, smash out a book in like a night or two, really.
Oh yeah, these are really light compared to some of the other stuff I read.
Yeah.
Um,
So it was in market. That's a thick book, but I read that in like 3 nights, I think. Like reading like 100 pages in a night is very achievable.
yeah, for sure. Uh, this is quality content. Here we go. Because this is what I'm reading right now. I'd usually try to just keep something as kind of.
Okay. Focus.
There we go.
Okay.
This is actually really
Yeah.
good. It's only I think 6 volumes or so.
Yeah.
And yeah, basically each of the volumes is like an encapsulated story where they like would try to obviously solve whatever's going on. This is a mystery series.
Oh, sick.
I think it's like number 1 on my anime list or something for
Yeah.
like light novels. But yeah, I was gonna say about Junji Ito. Go read Amagara Fault.
Oh my god. Okay. I'll note it down.
You know what it is. I guarantee you know what it is.
Okay.
It's You've probably seen the picture. This is my hole. It was made for me.
I got tight. And then Monique's also recommending Death Note because I think that's just a widely, almost like classic quote unquote in anime because most people who watch anime has also seen that show. From
Yeah.
what it seems.
Death Note is definitely something that you should watch. Obviously,
Yeah.
some people overhype it, but it is a really good series.
Yeah, I've heard that like the second half isn't as good.
Very true.
But I don't know if that's in comparison to the first half or is it just dropped in quality in general.
I would still say second half is pretty good, but compared to the first half, it's not very good.
Yeah. So I'll probably buy the manga as well.
Yeah.
So reading is just better in my opinion. And then watch the TV show after.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think. But yeah.
Well, I think we've got like 10 minutes left till you have to go.
Yeah.
So I think before we go, do you have some just random story of just some weird thing that's happened during quarantine? Doesn't even have to be a good story, just whatever you come up with, because I've got one. Just people being weird during quarantine or something like that.
Not really. Because I won't even go. I went out for a walk a few weeks ago. Because that was with Jasmine, Jaz's girlfriend. Because Jazz was meant to come, but he had to work.
Yeah.
So we just had like a good like talk just about random shit that day. That was good. And just going to the city for ICT, found like a really good Vietnamese place where we order like banh mi and then also place next to it just buy hot chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
That's like the best. Before. I wouldn't say anything overly entertaining has happened or strange.
Have you seen the people who have conversations with each other across the road?
No.
Oh, you need to go outside for walks more often. It's hilarious. You'll have neighbors that are across the road from each other, and they'll just talk to each other like as if they're next to each other. It's great.
I've seen on the news like people were having like balcony parties.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
pretty fun.
The one I was gonna say was I was on my way to work yesterday, or the day before or something, whatever day I went to work. And I was just driving along, and I see a car speed past me. I was like, okay, well, some dude speeding. Then an undercover cop car decided to start chasing him. And it wasn't just like a normal one, it was like an SUV. And then a second undercover cop car also started chasing this car. I don't know if it was just like a stolen car or something, or it was someone who was wanted. Because this dude, like, normally you don't have two undercovers chasing you. When there's one there, they'll usually be good. So I don't know what was going on there, but he ended up turning down a side street into like Elizabeth Grove, and I don't know what happened after that, but...
Was it on the news, do you know?
I didn't check. It might have been.
Maybe. I'm not sure.
But yeah, people
interesting.
People are just weird right now.
Yeah, people are definitely like losing it, like, losing their sanity almost. Because I guess like a month before this all came, I went to the gym. I started going to the gym with Sam. And finally getting a good routine.
Yeah, and then you lose it.
It just kind of stops.
Yeah.
So all the pain we went through on all parts of the body is, I don't want to say for nothing, because we still have experience at the gym, but like you have to go through it again.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I've been trying to get back into actually working out more, so I can get into going to the gym without killing myself.
Yeah, because like the later sessions after the month, you'd still hurt afterwards, but the recovery was just a lot shorter. Like first leg day, I was in pain for at least 2-3 days. But then second and third just kept on getting shorter and shorter. So have fun doing that again, I guess. But
It never gets easier. You get
no,
you have more perseverance, but it never gets easier.
exactly. Yeah.
But honestly, the hardest part about working out is stopping.
Yeah,
Once you
exactly.
stop, then it all falls apart.
Because not only with gym, that paired with like a good diet as well. Um, that led me to like losing like a couple kilos in like the first week. But then no working out, and then at home it's just I'm still kind of watching what I eat, but like it's just sort of more lenient, I guess.
Yeah.
Um, yeah.
Oh, overcast now.
Whoa. Okay.
Oh, we're back now.
Okay. Cool. I don't know what happened.
Our cloud went over or something.
um, but yeah. But at least in the first month, Sam and I had some good progress.
Yeah. Yeah, this is why I don't let natural light happen, because
Oh no.
natural light is shit.
Whoa. Okay. There we go. I think. Yeah.
Like,
Maybe a bit too bright. There.
yeah. I'd made the mistake of dealing with natural light early on, and then I realized, like, oh, this is a dumb idea, because if a cloud goes over, you're completely screwed.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, in case you didn't realize how bad your webcam actually looked. That's how it looks to me.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Hopefully next podcast, whether that be with Kenley or just, I'll have a webcam on my PC. You still have the natural light issue probably,
Yeah.
but at least the quality will be better.
Yeah, well, hopefully. Like, I wouldn't expect obviously people to have lighting set up, but yeah, hopefully the quality will be better.
Yeah. It's like at least in Connor's podcast, that's like a consistent light as well.
Yeah. Oh.
I'm like, now that's gone dark again. Yeah, as I was saying.
Yeah. Well, at some point, what I'd love to do when I have my own place, I would love to just have a a space set up where I could just bring someone over to do the podcast.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that'd be really sick. So at least in the house that Jai is looking at, there's always a room that has like a pool table or like a in-home gym or something as well.
Jeez.
So even if you like get a house with like a spare room, I guess.
Yeah.
That might suffice.
Yeah. Well, I want to have a spare room and an office.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, should be good. Yeah.
Well, spare room for me is a 2-bedroom place, so.
But yeah.
If I didn't have an office, I would just get a 3-bedroom place, turn it into an office or something.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. So like we've got like one house set in mind. At least like, Jai loves it. But I don't know if he'll buy it. Obviously, because I talked to the bank and what.
Yeah.
But like all the bedrooms are up top, and then downstairs you obviously got, like the lounge room. You've got the gym, office, like I wouldn't say huge backyard, but like a good backyard. So it kind of fits everyone's sort of needs. And it's got like enough space in each bedroom to have like a desk and stuff for that office sort of setup.
Yeah.
But yeah, yeah, as I said, don't know if we'll get it, but best case scenario, hopefully.
That would be awesome.
It's 5 minutes away from both Jai and my place. It's in Golfy Heights.
Oh yeah, okay.
So I can still like drive back to my parents' place, like have a dinner with them like 2-3 times a week, and just hang with them, so I don't have to drive like across town or whatever.
Yeah.
Which is really cool.
Well, I have to drive 150 k's to go see my parents, so.
Really?
Well, okay, to see my mum. I don't particularly want to see my dad. He's in Salisbury, but that's a whole nother story.
Yeah. But yeah. Future's looking good, I think, hopefully.
Yeah, well, I hope it does go well, man.
Yes, thank you. yeah, hopefully coronavirus doesn't halt any of that. Like
It'll
all the
slow
auctions
it
are just
down, but hopefully
um,
not.
yeah, like all the in-house inspections are gone unless you book a time.
I know
But
some
yeah,
places were doing like virtual inspections.
yeah. Yeah, some of them have like a 3D space you can like around as if like it was like a Google Maps sort of environment, but
Mm.
in the house. It was actually quite cool. But yeah, um, yeah,
So
should be alright.
we're almost on the hour right now. So if you want to end it now, we can, or we can keep going till your later time.
Um, yeah, probably have to have lunch and then head off if that's okay.
No, that's all good. So yeah,
Yeah.
we can end it now. Do you have anything you want to shout out? Your
Um,
LinkedIn? Get yourself a job.
um, shout out to my Spotify playlist, I guess.
I'll
um,
put links for anything you want links for. So if you want to give me a
um,
Spotify playlist link,
yes, Spotify, Instagram. Got a lot of like bot
what
Instagram people coming in recently.
what's your Instagram account?
Should just be at Corey Linford, something
Okay,
like that. My Spotify's I think is linked in the description of that or the bio anyway. Kind of a two-in-one.
okay, cool.
Um, Same name on Facebook if you want. Um,
Add you on Facebook.
um, yeah,
Nothing
that's
else?
about it.
No Twitter or anything?
Nah, I don't really use Twitter. Um, Link in my Reddit if you really want.
If you want to.
Sure. Um,
Remember what your Reddit even is.
it should be the name underneath my face once this is uploaded.
Okay,
My username. Yeah.
cool.
Um,
So I actually need to
yeah.
add that in because I forgot to add it in now. It's in.
Yeah.
It'll be added in post, but they would have
Yeah.
seen it the entire
Exactly.
time. So
Yeah.
there'll be some people listening on those. So
True. Koza underscore 23 with a dash at the end.
all right, that's a
Yes,
confusing name.
sir. I've run with it for a while now. Just keep it.
Cool. So I think
Yeah.
we'll end there. How do you want to end the podcast?
Um,
Give me an
I don't
outro.
know. How does one typically outro?
We don't have one.
Um, don't forget to like, subscribe, favorite, Patreon, Kickstarter.
Oh
But
yeah,
this still Connor's outro.
on that note, actually, before I go, I almost forgot to do this. Before I go, I do want to thank my patrons. Where is my list of patrons? Thank you to Nathan, Andrew Road, Elkulary, Ray, and Zilver who helped make this channel possible, as well as all of my other work. And also a big thank you to Joachim, who gave me a massive donation. And Discord just crashed, so that's a perfect time to end it. What is going on with Discord today? We will end it there. Thank you for watching the podcast. Next time, Discord won't be crashing as much because I will be on my new computer. And anyway, that's enough for me, so I'm out.